Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Finny here from Finny's Homebrew Pouring. So we're doing some starter making today. So I've got some vials that are sort of just about past the sell-by date in the shop, but I want to keep them going because they're sort of good bugs and what have you from the yeast base. So I've got this is amalgamation, Lacrusty, Beer Cell. All three of those are like Brett blends. I'm going to do like 1.5 litre starters in all three of these. And then I've got the Farmhouse Sour Blend, which is 2 strains of Lacto and some Saison strains, and that's going to go in here. It's 5 litres. And then, in the back here, under this, if I lift the skirt up, you'll see there is, this is a Saison I made a while ago. That wasn't very good. From a taste point of view, like it was fermented fine, but we had ginger in it, and the ginger and the Saison didn't really sort of work together well. So this was actually from a keg, so I've degassed it and put it in here, and I've added some Lacto and some. Well, you can read it on here. So what else have we put in there? Oh, some Beer Cell as well. So there's some Brett strain in there as well. And what I'm also going to do is add some more of the pills, the sort of mix I'm just about to make up into here as well to top it up, and then just leave it, just let it sit in here and do its thing. So we're currently, we're just bringing the grain powder up to speed, and I'll be making about 20 litres, I think. In all, I might have some spare at the end and do something with. Maybe just bottle it and freeze it for starters for other things. So I'm just going to do a Pilsner wheat and some sour grapes to bring the pH down so everything can do its thing. And hopefully we'll have, by the end of the day, we'll have 3 starters going. Yeah, and just keep all these sort of bits going. It's good to have that lactose strain with the 2 blends in it. So yeah, we're funking it up today. So it's good fun. The stout that I made last week is pretty much finished. So as you can see, it's pretty dead on top there. There's not much going on. Yeah, looks finally finished. This here, is it fermenting? There's a bit of positive pressure. That's just apple juice. We've got so many apples on the trees at home, so we've just literally poured it all into there and just put a bung on top, see what happens to it. Don't have great hopes. This one, this is the elderberry and Brett and a few other bits and bobs. I need to wrap that off soon because there's so much crap there. And get it into a clean carboy and get it off all that yeast, and then just let it age, I guess. And that's about it for in here. So hopefully I'll give you a rundown by the end of the day and make sure we've got everything nailed and ticked off. Alright. Rightio, so brew day is over, and we've got this much in here. Obviously you can see that one's quite full. This much in here and this much in here. All the yeasts are sort of sat with a bit of Starfan. Yeah, there's nothing else coming in. And the one you saw earlier has now been topped up this far, so I've added a bit more Saison yeast into that as well, so hopefully it's a wee bit cold, but I actually don't mind a long slow ferment. So that will hopefully just sit in the corner and bubble away, and then we'll get the yeasts into these bad boys. And I can give a progress report hopefully next week, see how they're all going. My plan is, because I'm just going to have foil on top of these, so it'll be like a pseudo open ferment, I guess. This one will have a bung. This one's having the Farmhouse Sour Blend. So those ones, the other 3 are having Brett stuff. But what I might do is like combine like the spent wort, I guess, into one thing and bottle them up and let them sit for a bit longer. And we'll go from there. It depends if one of them's any good. Once that Saison's finished, I may use the spent wort from this to top up that, so it's not got as much airspace at the top. I don't know. We're playing around basically. So, all good fun. why some things fascinate me. The piece of, I don't know if it's protein or yeast or what, but it just seems to be happily suspended in the beer. It's not really going up nor down. This is the one we topped off, that was the ginger beer saison. You can see it's just starting to do some stuff on top now, and we're getting some airlock activity, so that's good. That one's moving, and rather worryingly, in here, this one's doing sweet FA. No idea why. This was the farmhouse sour. You see, no airlock pressure either way, and yeah, everything just seems to be sitting on the bottom. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. The amalgamation and the beer cell have both kicked off, so that's good. Whereas the Lacristy is still taking its time. It's a bit of a mixed bag, really. What can you say? Oh, we'll carry on. The stout is about ready to bottle and what have you. So I just need to get myself sorted with that. And it looks like the apple juice is fermenting, because we've got some airlock activity, and so that's cool. So the other thing I need to do at some point this week is rack this one, because there's way too much yeast in there, so I need to get that moved. So it could be like a sour beer episode this week. Alright, yeah, so that was yesterday. So today I bottled up my mead. So this was nice, thanks. A couple of months ago I did a cherry and elderberry mead, and racked it, and then bottled it up today. So it's looking pretty clear, actually. This was like the last little bit that obviously wasn't enough to make a bottle of, but it's got a nice aromatic character. There's a slight hint of berries under there. It's definitely warming, and I think it's 14%, so winter warmer. But it looks great. And I bottled half of it with a carbo drop and half without. So hopefully, one half will carbonate, and just to get a bit of a test and see if we get any carbonation. Unfortunately, I probably can't drink it because I've been reacting to meads, and it's not even been. It's been random. Like some meads I've reacted to on different nights, trying the same thing. So I don't know what it is at the moment. So I'm sort of steering clear of them because it swells my throat up, and it's not too much fun, I can tell you. So because I racked that, I was able to do some other racking, and I'll show you in the fridge here. So this is the one that was on the berries, and as you can see, we've now got quite a bit. I'd much prefer this to be right up here, so very little headspace. So it's still fermenting a wee bit, we're still getting some airlock activity, but next time I make some beer up, or if I make some starter wort, I'll just try and top this up. So the good news is, this one's finally decided to start fermenting, it's going great guns. But it was probably a good 2-day lag. It's that, you can probably see there, it's at 24, 25, because it's right next to the heat pad, which probably helped in kicking it off. The apple juice, I guess cider, is bubbling along nicely. We're getting some constant air pressure, which is good. And the Lacristy has also joined in the party, so everything's fermenting. The stout I'm going to give at least another week, just because from using that yeast before, it seems to ferment out pretty quickly, most of it, and then sort of chugs along. So I'm just keeping the temperature high and trying to baby that into a few more points, gravity points dropping. But yeah, hopefully probably next Tuesday or Thursday I'll bottle that up, and on the same day I'll transfer into my 11 litre carboy, 11 litres of it, and add some of the Allagras strains that are in there as well. The saison that was that you saw in the last clip, that's going nicely as well. So everything's doing its thing. It's fermenting well. The barley wine I made a couple of weeks ago seems to be. I thought it was almost finished, so I put it in the corridor because the corridor sits about 10 degrees for it to sort of almost like crash cooling and stuff. But it still seems to be fermenting a wee bit, so I may bring it back in here and increase the temperature so it finishes off properly. But I'll want to bottle that at some point soon as well. Get it into bowls so it can start conditioning. So yeah, there's a fair few things going on at the moment. And I guess next week I also need to brew my competition entry for the homebrew group. We've got a New Zealand sort of based idea, so Gladfield's malts, New Zealand hops. And as now most things I'm potentially looking at for commercial beers, it'll probably be a test batch for a commercial beer that we're doing in August. I think we're next booked in to brew. So it's all go. But thanks everyone for watching. If you can, grab yourself something fun to drink. Smells good. And I guess we'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye bye.